no! He's out of control!
I'm here. This is I think a 3-part thing. If not, we'll watch the rest when they come out. But yeah, this is like the animated kind of comic booky style thing that Blizzard have done at the beginning of each expansion now. And they're always good. I do always enjoy them. And this one is like a bit of context for what's happening in Dragonflight. So here we go. That's Nosdormu, the dragon of time, basically.
This place holds many mysteries, but few answers.
Stop there! Who are you?
One who would be your guide. Tell me, what do you remember from before?
My general.
Oh, the volume is all over the place.
And then I was imprisoned in darkness.
But now, you are free.
What are you?
Come, there is much I would show you to prepare you for the challenges that lie ahead.
Wowee! So yeah, basically...
So strange. Where are we?
Where is less important than when. Many thousands of years ago, when our world was young. Azeroth was home to the ancestors of dragons. Primitive beasts ruled by primal instincts.
RIP.
There were a few in whom the spark of intelligence was lit, who thought, spoke, and felt more deeply than the rest.
What does this have to do with me?
Were it not for them, your people would not be. From these proto-dragons, there arose the monster, Galakrond.
Big ass dragon. There he is.
Whose insatiable hunger would have consumed us all. When the fate of our kind was at stake, we five overcame the instincts of fear and self-preservation and united to battle the Leviathan.
We? So, you were one of these.
Wait. Wasn't the canon... I'm pretty sure the canon way that Galakrond died, didn't they like shove a big rock in his mouth and that stopped him from eating? Isn't that like how he canonically died? Have they retconned that now? That's a shame. I thought that was funny. Like the biggest ass dragon in the world, the most dangerous dragon to ever exist. And yeah, I'm like 85% sure they just stuck a big rock in his mouth and then he's like starved to death.
Bravery, risking everything to save the world. We were granted a gift of the Titans, transformed into something greater. Together, we became the Aspects, leaders of the Dragonflights, the protectors of Azeroth. In time, we took on visages like this to better commune with the younger races.
Why have you shown me this?
I am Nosdormu. I was aspect of the Bronze Flight. It is my fate to see all of time. But now a threat to our world approaches. An ancient enemy has returned. You will play a part in the events to come, and you will have to make a difficult choice, as we did.
I am not like you.
No. My story is already written. But yours, and that of all Drakthir, is only beginning to unfold.
Yo. That's part one. Yeah, very upset that they've not shoved a big rock in Galakron's mouth. But I'm not hating this so far. There's nothing that's like sticking out to me that seems a problem with Dragonflight. But that also was the case with Shadowlands. And look how that turned out. Either way, yeah, that's pretty good. Nosdormu, we all know. The aspect of time. And his fate is already sealed. We already... Whether this was like a multiverse version of Nosdormu, we've already killed him about 12 years ago. Technically. But that was like the same fate is going to befall. We went into the future and killed this version of Nosdormu. So we like saw his future, but our current present Nosdormu is still not corrupted yet. Potentially. Could happen soon. But either way, we're going to have to deal with him at some point. And it makes me very sad because he's my favourite dragon out of all of them. Anyway, part 2.
Emberthal, a commander of the Drakthir. You know of us.
You are a race of fierce warriors, unlike anything Azeroth has seen in many an age. In time, you may become as mighty as we once were.
Once? What happened?
The desire for power carries peril. We were blind to the darkness in our midst.
Is this gonna show us like Deathwing and stuff?
Behold, the Dragon Isles. The time after our ascension, we aspects sought to create a beacon of hope for all the world.
Beautiful. Notharian, my general.
Indeed, we all had our roles to play. Guided by Alex Strasser, our conscience, our heart.
Now Malygos
All
looks sick
became
though.
as close as clutchmates, or so it seemed. For we could not hear the whispers of corruption that tempted one of our own. When demons invaded our world, we aspects went forth to protect it as we always had. Not knowing whether we would ever again see the shores of home. Our brother Neltharion led our defense against the invaders. But for the first time, we found our strength inadequate. And we grew desperate. So when Neltharion assured us that with our help, he could forge a weapon to win the war, we placed our trust in him. And we renewed our battle against the demons, only to have Neltharion, who now took the name Deathwing,
there he is, dude.
on his own kind. We could not foresee this betrayal, for we simply did not want to believe. Even after all this time, the pain of his treachery is far worse than the scars he left us with.
That is not the leader I remember. How do I know it was not you who provoked him?
You missed much during your confinement, but the sands of time reveal all truths, child, even bitter ones. Trust your eyes. When the champions of Azeroth faced Deathwing for the last time,
Oh boy.
he was so consumed by madness that he could not imagine what we would sacrifice to stop him. That the weapon we had helped him forge would become the means of his destruction.
I was there. I was in this raid fight. It was a bad raid fight, though.
Was there no other way?
Deathwing would have destroyed this world. To stop him, we aspects relinquished our power, our immortality, our guardianship of Azeroth itself. A fair trade, I believe.
You want something
Maybe.
from me, don't you?
It is my gift and my burden to travel the pathways of time. But there is one crucial moment that has long remained hidden from me. And only you can lead me there.
Huh? Pre-purchase now. Wow, thanks Blizzard. Okay. Okay, still nothing crazy. It's just going over the past lore. Are we gonna get like a glimpse into the future here then? With how the last one ended? I'm assuming so.
No, Stormer, wait!
Maybe not the whole
Led me
story.
through all these moments in time. Yet now you ask me to guide you?
There is a blind spot in my vision of a time before Neltharion's corruption.
Oh no,
And
I guess
believe
not.
it centers upon you. I must know why. Seek him out in your memory.
Just gonna be how the Drakthir were made, I guess.
My general, a fierce battle. It was my honor to command a battalion. We executed Neltharion's will precisely. Our devotion and discipline were unmatched.
The Titan artifact. That must be the source of your unity. This was an ancient magic that bound you to his will. Would you not sacrifice yourselves at his whim?
We were soldiers. There were many threats to the world. And here was the greatest. The Primalists.
That is Razageth, the Storm Eater. One of the leaders of the Primalist Rebellion.
He struck without warning, without honor, and I lost many friends this day. We fell back, regrouped. Then everything became.
Oh no,
jumbled,
the Infinity Gauntlet.
The artifact destroyed, and the order magic which had united the Drakthir was dispelled. How then was Razageth defeated?
Wait. So the Infinity Gauntlet, huh? The Infinity Gauntlet. How many stones did that need? Did it need 5? 1 for each finger and 1 for the thumb? Or was it 6? Was the one on the on the middle of the hand as well, right? Potentially. Okay, so Infinity Gauntlet. Alright, stick with me here. How many Dragonflights do we have? I know there's like sub-Dragonflights, like smaller ones, but what are the main ones? We got the red Dragonflight, we've got the green Dragonflight, we've got the blue Dragonflight, we've got the bronze Dragonflight, we've got the black Dragonflight, and we've got the infinite Dragonflight? Infinity Gauntlet, 6 main Dragonflights? Huh. Is each Dragonflight going to make a gem? And we're going to... That's fine. Deus Ex Machinas happen in stories, that's fine. It's not law-breaking. I don't mind it.
So, brother, this
Brother.
is what you hid from us. The moment you fell from grace. In his desperation, he turned to the deepest evil. The power of the old gods.
There he is, dude. Into the forbidden butthole.
If only we had known.
But then, why were we imprisoned? Why did we sleep for so long?
If he could no longer control the Drakthir, he would have deemed you a risk.
No, we laid down our lives for him. He was proud of us. Why would he stop this sand? I cannot see!
Because you do not want to. Yet you can only become more than you are if you confront your past.
Okay, bye.
So he locked us away. Forgot we even existed.
Sag.
It would have been kinder to simply destroy us.
I am sorry, my young friend. We had to know the truth. But do not despair. I now believe that Neltharion locked you away because of what you might become.
What we might achieve, free of his control.
And now, you are free. This world has much to offer, and you
Just like
will have
Draenor.
a part to play in the events to come.
You spoke of an ancient enemy's return. It is Razageth and the Primalists. That is why we were awakened.
It seems that Neltharion yet had a purpose for you, but he is gone. You must decide which path you will take, which story you will tell.
My story will be my own.
A little bit cheesy, but I suppose that's the point of an MMO. Making your own story. That's always been the case. It's just weird hearing a voice character say that, though. That's good. But it does seem to just be a 3-part series. That's fine. They're always good. I always enjoy those cinematics. Is there anything else I've missed? We've got the launch cinematic pre-launch stream. That's 20 minutes. Oh, wait, hold up. Whoa, I've missed the actual cinematic? Are you kidding me? What? Hold up. I don't want to watch the whole 20-minute thing. Okay, so there's going to be like a 2-minute intro and then the cinematic. I'm not going to watch the launch cinematic encore. Oh, frick, dude. God damn it. Okay, let's watch this then.
Hello everyone, I'm
Hi.
Bonnie Longdale, the executive producer of World of Warcraft, and I'm here today with our lead combat designer, Brian Halinka. We're excited to be here with you to talk about Dragonflight pre-patch. First though, we wanted to take a moment to thank you, our incredible community, for taking this journey with us. We are thrilled to invite you into Azeroth as WoW embarks on its
That looks like a
adventure.
nice zone.
With the
That
second
does.
part of pre-patch starting to roll out today, we wanted to check in and catch everyone up on what's happening in WoW. There's been a lot going on in the lead up to Dragonflight. We've added a whole lot to the game already. First off, the first UI revamp in the history of World of Warcraft is live. UI's received a fresh, updated look that improves the visual fidelity while increasing the customizability of tons of HUD elements like the minimap, action bars, and unit frames. The brand new class talent trees are now in the hands of players around the world.
Good update.
This is a project I've worked very closely with my team on. It's really cool to have that out in the hands of players now.
I remember when I first got into Classic, just the joy of earning a point, and spending a point, and experimenting with my character and my playstyle.
You know, customization is a big theme of Dragonflight, and these trees represent a revolution on how classes are constructed and played in World of Warcraft. It empowers players with greater control over the abilities that end up in their spellbook, and it's a deeper level of customization that gives meaningful options at every level.
It is.
Also,
I do
starting
think it's a
today, as
huge
Access
plus.
Rolls out, Drakthir will be playable across the world if you pre-purchase Dragonflight. This is just the beginning of a bright future together.
We have Taryn and Anna. We'll stop in to share more on the story of the expansion.
And then stay with us to hear Graham and Kali talk a little more about how the Drakthir have evolved since Alpha. And with that, it's time for the world premiere of the launch cinematic for World of Warcraft, Dragonflight.
Let's go. All right, I'm so hyped right now. Tuska. All right, it's already Tuska and Dragons. It's already best cinematic. They're really selling like the dragon riding as the big box feature, and I'm all for it. I've not tried it yet, but I've tried Soar on the Evoker, and that works pretty well. So many dragons. There's Razageth once again. These camera cuts are so similar to the Shadowbringers Final Fantasy XIV cinematic, and I'm all for it. I love this. This is great. Nice for female dwarves to get some love in this cinematic as well. I'm thinking it's a female dwarf and not a gnome. Bit too tall for a gnome. I have a question about this. Why is Alexstrasza's breath now giving life to things? I know it always has, but why is it like mystical power? Why is it not actual fire? Because this was the thing we had with Bolvar. When he died, he got burnt to a crisp. Why is none of this a flame? Dragons!
Oh man, the team worked so hard. Just thank you so much for all your incredible work. So Taryn, you're a huge part of the narrative for Dragonflight, and I had the privilege to direct the trailer we just saw. So
let's dive in.
It was a nice trailer.
The first Dragonflight
I enjoyed that.
And witnessed the return of the dragons to their ancestral home, the Dragon Isles. But this all-new cinematic really strives to show what lies in store for the player when they themselves answer the call.
yeah, we really wanted to show the return to adventure. We've been away for a little while in the Shadowlands, and now we're coming back to Azeroth.
Been away for too long in the Shadowlands.
It's exciting and thrilling, and there's danger, but there's also moments of beauty and awe and wonder. And so that was really, really important, I think, to capture, because that's where we're going. And we knew from the get-go that we wanted a Horde and Alliance to fly together. I think that when we were trying to capture, like, who could these characters be? Wildhammer Dwarf, the first Griffin Riders.
It is a dwarf,
because
cool.
They'll love to fly. And then we had the Zandalari Troll, who grew up around giant dinosaurs. He probably has like animal handling +10. And it's kind of a little bit playfulness between them, youth and experience, heart and head. But ultimately, they're flying their dragon companions. That's gonna be a huge part of the game. And if it wasn't enough dragons there, you get to be a dragon.
Get to play a dragon. And as we saw in the Dragonflight Legacies series that we released in the last couple weeks, which if you haven't seen, go check that out.
Just done that, Taryn. Way ahead of you, buddy.
It's a new race to World of Warcraft, but with an ancient history that goes back many thousands of years. In fact, long before he was Deathwing, the Black Dragon Neltharion created the Drakthir to be his loyal soldiers by taking the essence of the mortal races and of dragons and colliding them together to create just an incredibly powerful, versatile adversary.
Their story,
We'll get
I
up
think,
to this
resonates
bit.
with a lot of
10
people
minutes in.
because they are stepping into the power, they're discovering who they are. It was one of those really special kind of stories that touches your heart. The power resonates from inside their core and then travels around in all the swirling colors of all the aspects and then coalesces into the ability that they want to use. And then Eternity Surge, which is that power-up move, and they literally stomp into their power. Ability spreads down their wings, and they leap in the air, and there's an arcane blast, and you're like, whoa! And when I
That
saw
blast
I
was
like,
kind of
oh,
disappointing. I will say that. I was expecting like a big explosion.
We'll just dial to 11,
But that's whatever.
And it was a really special moment when that came together.
Right in the middle
Still
of the
looked
cinematic,
good.
though, we saw the debut of Razageth, a primal dragon, the Storm Eater.
She is a dragon unlike anything we've ever seen, that elemental power that she has. And when we were making her in the cinematic, she's huge.
Elemental power of the likes that we've never seen. We dealt with Deathwing.
We wanted to show that scale.
Okay.
When we do these hyper-real pieces, we have to think about the realism, the realisticness. What does the inside of a dragon mouth look like? Our art director was like, have you ever seen the inside of a penguin's mouth?
A penguin.
And we were like, nope. And then, you know, it was like, oh my gosh, they're terrifying. So we wanted her jaws coming out the screen, almost eating the camera.
It's a little bit
Everything
penguiny.
about her just demonstrating this, you know, ability to move the elements at her whim. So getting back to Dragonflight Legacies for a second, we did see the birth of the original 5 flights, the ones that we're familiar with in World of Warcraft, that have been at our sides throughout all the expansions, all the way back to Cataclysm and even before. We saw how they were bestowed each with tremendous powers over certain domains
Malagos.
as protectors of
Rip in
Azeroth.
peace.
While the green dragons were given domain over nature and the Emerald Dream, while the bronze dragons were given the magics of time. And then we have the black dragons, you know, stewards of the deep places of the earth, and the blue dragons, which are just these arcane protectors of the magics of the world. Finally, the red dragonflight, the flight of life, rebirth. And all of those things are completely encapsulated in the queen of the dragons, Alexstrasza.
She's a beloved character in WoW, and when we first saw her in the announcement cinematic, you could feel like the global, like, yes! And that was super powerful. And in this cinematic, we thought it was super important to show who she is, right? So to me, she's grace, she's regalness, she has like an ancient wisdom to her, but also when she breathes fire, it's not destruction, it's renewal, it's regrowth.
It's a breath.
Bolvar would like words. I won't let this slander stick. You burnt my boy to a crisp. I'm not having it. You burnt my boy to a crisp.
It's the life finder,
Yes.
yeah, exactly. So when we fly off into the sunset with her and the dragons, that's what we're going to. We're going for adventure, we're going for exploration, we're going for wonder, and we're going with one of the best characters, I think, in WoW.
And those are really some of the core themes of Dragonflight: renewal, rebirth. What are our legacies? What do they mean? All of these things are coming to bear in the story of Dragonflight. And we'll get to adventure with Alexstrasza, right? We get to talk to her, we get to be there with her. Also with Rathian, Kalikos, Nosdormu, all of these legendary dragons we'll meet and interact with throughout our adventures on the Dragon Isles. And it's just shaping up to be an experience we can't wait for everyone to try out.
I love all those characters, so just like, it's gonna be fun.
Let's talk about favorite shot.
Okay.
What's your favorite shot in the show?
I'll
On
tell
3?
you, I'll tell you.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
1, 2, 3.
Tuskar in a boat.
True.
They have little baby Tuskars too. They're so cute. So yeah, fan favorite. Yes. With all this talk about dragons,
And we still
now
can't
is the
play
time
as
for
the
players to
Tuskar.
jump in, create
Devastating.
their own legacy, and make their very own Drakthir.
Graham and Collie are up next to teach you exactly how to be the best Drakthir you can be. Stay tuned.
Alright, I don't want to be the best Drakthir I can be. That was good though. It was pretty good. A decent trailer. Not my favorite, but nowhere near the worst. I'm gonna open my box of Dragonflight real quick because it's getting ever so later, and I want to give Pokemon a quick little look at before I disappear. And I've maybe got like just over an hour left, so I'm gonna be right back real quick. I'm gonna make a drink. We'll open the box. And then we'll get stuck into, hopefully, just over a bit more than half an hour of Pokemon, maybe. But I'll see you in a little while.